Hi, everyone,
Hi,
and
everyone.
welcome back to our next training session on Manage Users. In this session, we will show you how to create your training matrix, register users, assign them the correct permissions, and then assign them to your relevant projects. It's important to remember that all real-time information collected by SitePro UK comes from your site-based app-side users, so the correct permissions are critical to a successful flow of information. Step 1. So let's get started and head over to Manage Users and select Card Certificates. Click on the drop-down arrow and select Card Certificate Type. As you can see from this live system being shown, the company has set up a range of commonly used trade qualifications they need to track by law, and for essential safety-critical roles to prove the workers have received the necessary training and qualifications to perform their jobs safely and effectively. So, it's important to remember each qualification request added in this section will appear on the AppSide user registration, where your staff member or subcontractor will take pictures of their cards or certificates, insert the expiry dates, and maintain control of their training records. Next, click on Cards, Certificates form to view the user's completed new starter form and health and safety form by clicking the PDF icon, and then download copies of their cards and certificates by clicking the arrow download. The system will automatically alert you to individuals with expiring credentials. You can view this information by clicking expired cards. Step 2. Next, let's head over to Manage Users and select Subadmin. This is where you will add your site management, project administrators, and additional client-side project staff. Select Add New and insert the required contact details, including full name, email address, mobile phone number, and then create a password. You can now click Continue to move on to the next section, Roles and Permissions. We are now going to arrow back to show you a settings example for a site manager. You will see there's a large number of read and write options to select from, and it's important to remember that this will be an extension of your master user account. As you will see from this example shown on the live system, this site manager has the ability to read and write most of the site-based functions, except the ability to add further sub-admins and other centralized controlled sections, such as drawing controls, categories, and clients, etc. It's also important to remember that any sub-admin that deletes information on any section must also be authorized by the main business user. This is a safety control measure introduced for accidental deletion. So now the permissions are set, let's click Save Permissions. Now we have created your first sub-admin. We can now go ahead and assign this person to the relevant projects you wish them to oversee. Click on Sub-admin and find the new user by typing the name in the search bar. Click the eye to view the user settings. Click into Assign Jobs. In the drop-down menu, click on the relevant projects you created in the previous video. Remember to click Save Changes. This user will now be able to log into the dashboard and undertake all the project administrative processes allowed by the main administrator. Step 3. Next up, we have the app-side users. These can be added from both the dashboard or by simply downloading the SitePro UK app from Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and asking the user to select your company on registration, or if the user already has a SitePro UK account, heading to Settings on the app, click Switch Business and selecting your company. So, let's select users for directly employed staff or contractors for bona fide subcontractors. Click Add New. Enter the user's or subcontractor's email address and click Validate Email. The user will automatically be emailed a temporary password so they can log in and complete their health and safety and new starter form. Once the new user details are input, click Continue to assign the roles and permissions. Quick tip: don't forget to double-check the spelling of your new user's email address. So let's arrow back to check on an example of what to look out for when you're assigning permissions. You can see from this live system and the example being shown, the user is a general staff member required to clock in and out and can also view only the other app sections like drawings. For example, if this was your site supervisor, you would have his permissions set to all read and write. Don't forget to click Save Permissions. Next, we are going to assign the staff member or subcontractor to the relevant project. Step 4. So, using this live system, let's now head over to Project Setup and assign the new user to the relevant project. Click on Project Setup and select Jobs. Now, Head over to click the notepad on the far right-hand side in Actions box. Once we're back in the project homepage settings, we can then scroll down to click in Users. Once you've highlighted the correct user you wish to assign, don't forget to click Update. This user will now have access to all the project documentation assigned, and if inside the radius parameters set as shown on this live system, the user will be able to clock in and out using the app section Timesheet. So that now concludes managing users and assigning them to projects. We hope you found this video useful, and we look forward to welcoming you again in one of our next tutorials. Further free one-on-one training is available to book online at sitepro.app/integration. Have a lovely day.